all so much for taking the time on a Sunday to be here. We're so excited. See somebody say hello, somebody. That's right. I should have started correctly. Give folks another minute before we get started. We are going to have 30 minutes and we're going to keep it to 30 minutes. So I will be starting promptly, but I do want to make sure folks get the chance to hop on. All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the call. I'm so excited that you all are joining us on a Sunday afternoon. We know outside is open, so we don't take this for granted at all. My name is Amira Hassan, and I'm the Political Director of Justice Democrats. And, you know, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited and humbled to be able to say that we have Senator Nina Turner with us today. Long before she was a Justice Democrats endorsed candidate, she was Senator Nina Turner, somebody we all know and admire. And I'm just, like I said, completely humbled to be able to introduce her today on this call and to be able to say that we're doing everything we can to make sure we turn, you know, candidate Nina Turner into Congresswoman-elect. We got 37 days to do this, and we'll talk a bit more about how to get plugged in and for us to be able to do our all to get this done. But if you don't know what Justice Democrats does, what our mission is, what we do, and how it all relates to Congress, we are here because we know we need a Democratic Party that fights for its voters, not big corporate donors. Our goal is to build up a mission-driven caucus in Congress by electing more leaders like Nina Turner, like Cori Bush, like Jamal Bowman, people who will represent their communities and our communities in Congress and fight for bold progressive solutions to our current crises. We know corporate Democrats are not sitting still, right? They're not just letting us do this. They're coalescing together to stop our movement as we speak. They don't want people who will fight for racial justice and all working people to be in the halls of power, because that would be bad for their donors. But our movement is strong because it is built of our collective power, and our collective grassroots movement has shocked the nation in 2 cycles. And we are prepared to do it again, but we know we won't get that done by ourselves, and we know where we need to start, and that is by electing Senator Nina Turner. And I know y'all didn't come here to just hear me talk, so I'll keep it really short and pass it over to Senator Turner so she can tell us why she's running, how the campaign is doing, and what we need to do for the next 37 days until Election Day, and through early voting, which starts July 7th. So, Senator Nina Turner.
Well, thank you, Amira, Madam Director. I really do appreciate you and all of the Justice Democrats, and I am so proud to be a Justice Democrat. I'm old enough to remember not long ago being able to speak to a robust group, first class, if you will, of Justice Democrats. And some of our favorite Congress people were a part of that first Justice Democrats class. And we want many, many more classes of Justice Democrats from all levels of government, because the way we're going to get a progressive future in this country and in this world is to be able to elect people from all levels of government, school board, all the way to the federal level, to ensure that we have conscious-minded people elected. It's not just enough to elect people like me or Congresswoman Cori Bush or Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, et cetera, Congressman Bowman. It's not enough. We need Justice Democrats on every single level of government so that we're moving in a justice direction, if you will, on all levels of government. All levels of government are important. I am, however, in this moment running to join the other Justice Democrats and also conscious-minded folks in that Congress to push to change the material conditions of the people in the 11th Congressional District in the great state of Ohio, people who live in the great state of Ohio, and people who live all across this nation. Because guess what? When you are in Congress, the decisions that you make, 99.9% of those decisions impact not only your district, they impact your state, they impact the nation, and in some cases, the decisions that are made in Congress impact the world. Yes, we are citizens of this country. We reside in a state, in a city, or a town. We are too, TOO, citizens of the world. And what justice is about is securing justice here at home, whether it's your community, your state, this nation, and also justice all over the world. And I am so excited to be coming full circle to have the endorsement of the Justice Democrats. So I am running for this office to continue to stand up, to help to bend the body politic in this nation towards the poor, the working poor, and the barely middle class. If we take care of those groups, people from all walks of life, all identities who are struggling, who are catching hell, if we focus on Medicare for all, for example, increasing the minimum wage, for example, canceling student debt, ensuring that people have clean air, clean water, clean food, ensuring that people can unionize. Hello, Bessemer, Alabama. I was fortunate to join some other folks as strategically conscious-minded progressives came in and out of Bessemer, Alabama to stand in solidarity by way of example with our sisters and brothers, family, and friends in Alabama who were trying to unionize that Amazon facility. You know why I went down there? Because what happens over there happens over here. There are 3 Amazon facilities in the 11th Congressional District. And I have certainly heard from some folks who work at the facilities here in the 11th Congressional District, and they have some of the same concerns that our sisters and brothers, family, and friends had in Bessemer, Alabama. What happens over there happens over here. And that is why the Justice Democrats, a national organization drawn upon, motivating, lifting up the grassroots of our base, and also pulling from the grassroots to have people run for office who actually care more about the next generation than they do about the next election. This is all of our charge, whether we have a fancy title or not, to actually care about ourselves and the next generation and the issues that we are fighting for. And in some instances, we are fighting against some things. Most of the American people agree with us. Survey after survey, poll after poll shows that the American people are right where the Justice Democrats are. Medicare for all, you ask? Just ask somebody, are they clinging to their health insurance when they have, or employer sponsored, the commodification, co-pays, deductibles, and premiums? Even if you have good insurance, you still get a bill at your house before you get home. Hello, somebody. You thought the bill was paid, but it really wasn't paid. And in some cases, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. What Medicare for All will do is to take away co-pays, deductibles, and premiums. We put money in a social pot as a nation to decide that we value people not just having access to healthcare, but having good healthcare. Nobody left behind. Nobody. How beautiful that is. Not only will it help the individuals, it will help businesses as well. This is a holistic approach. I'm just giving one example of the things that Justice Democrats stand for. And you know what? Everybody might not agree with us, and that's okay too. But I just don't understand how you could be against ensuring that people had health care. Hello, somebody. How could you be against canceling student debt so that we can relieve $1.7 trillion worth of debt? that has a class component and a caste component to it. Hello, it's racial justice and it's economic justice. How could you be against that? How could you be against a movement that wants to ensure that everybody has clean air, clean water, clean food? How could you be against that? So even though our movement is not perfect, baby, we are fighting for humanity. That is exclamation point. That not just a period, exclamation point. That is real. Wanting people to be able to unionize without fear of intimidation. Looking at you, Amazon, looking at you, Jeff Bezos, and others who don't want to see workers in this country unionize so that they can sit across the table from management to collectively bargain for their salaries, for their work conditions. What on God's green earth can be wrong with that? And what can be wrong with analyzing and understanding what the science says about what we as human beings have done to destroy Mother Earth and how we have an opportunity to try to correct our wrongs and chart another course? What is wrong with that? So I want to ensure all of you activists who are here that we are certainly moving in the right direction. We are fighting for justice in all of its forms, and you should be encouraged by that. So in the Ohio 11th race, we are running really strong, as Amira has laid out. However, there's always a however. We learned in science for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Well, the opposite reaction to my run for Congress is the corporatists bumping up against our movement, because when it is all said and done, it's not just about Sister Turner. It's not about me. I am blessed to be the first among equals, but we are equal. Make no mistake about it. To be a servant of the people, to continue my service for the people in the halls of Congress. And there are some forces that don't want to see that happen, because they understand that for every $27 that we raise in every state in this nation and the District of Columbia, hello somebody, for every endorsement that we have received from mainline Democrats all the way to Justice Democrats. See, Sister Turner is a coalition builder. Hello somebody. For that coalition that we build. See, some forces don't want to see that happen. They don't. So they're going to bump up against us. But guess what? We're going to bump them back. And that's where you come in. We need your help. 37 more days until election day in this primary on August the 3rd, and early vote starts on July the 7th. They are mounting. One of my competitors had a fundraiser in DC. Pharmaceutical industry folks were there. Big oil folks were there, et cetera, et cetera. So we understand what's going on here. But I do not believe that there's any force on God's green earth that is stronger than a conscious-minded people on the move, baby. We are those conscious-minded people, no matter where you are. You could be in Illinois, you could be in Ohio, you could be in California, you could be in Alabama, you could be in Iowa. No matter where you are, you could be in Hawaii, you could be in Alaska, you could be in Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, West Virginia, wherever you are, you can be a part of this great people-powered movement. So we need you. We are running a strong campaign and we are set up for success. But the ultimate poll, the ultimate measure is on election day. And the only people who can make that ultimate decision are the people who live in Ohio 11th. But no matter where you live, you can help us. Help us be a force for good and to get out the vote in this district, to vote for Nina Turner, the servant leader in this race. We have knocked so far over 20,000 doors. We've had over 400,000 phone calls. This movement really is changing hearts and minds. And we could not do any of this without people like you, us, all of us putting a little extra on our ordinary so that extraordinary things can happen. That is really what this is about. So I'm asking you, if you are already volunteering, volunteer a little more. If you've already donated, donate just a little more. We need money for the mission. We need people power for the mission. And when August the 3rd comes and the polls close and the results are rolling in, we will leave no doubt that we did everything that we could to ensure that we won this race. And when I am sworn in to Congress, baby, I am taking this movement with me, baby. Make no doubt about it. So I'm sending love, hope, faith, fight to all of you who have joined us this afternoon. If there are some people in your circle who could not join us this afternoon, that's okay. You go sign them up anyway and ask them to help join us in this movement. We are doing the countdown to August the 3rd, starting on July the 7th. The first early vote will begin, and we need your help in Ohio 11th. Victory is just right there, but we got to keep on pushing. Madam Director, I'm gonna turn it back over to you. I could keep on going.
All right. I was I was in it. I was feeling it. I wanted to get up and I was like, yes, preach. We're here for it. This is the vision that was laid out. Let me tell you, I know I'm inspired to go pick up a phone and start phone banking right now. As Senator said, there's 37 days left until August 3rd. And if we want to collectively celebrate, and I believe in manifesting, but I also believe in working towards that goal and working hard. So we got to manifest and do the work. So I'm asking each one of you on this call to commit to 5 phone bank shifts between now and Election Day. Chris Taylor, you'll see the link in the chat right now, but I'll also say it. It's if you go to jdems.us/phone bank, you will be able to sign up. We need you, please, please, please. You don't, this movement needs you, because this will not happen without all of us committing to doing the work, right? As the senator said, Pharma is not staying still, Big O is not staying still. They're hosting fundraisers in DC right now. And this is what we can do to make sure that the right candidate wins. So please sign up for 5 phone banking shifts. When our movement puts its mind to something, we are incredibly powerful and we shouldn't take our power for granted, because we know what we need to do. So I will pass it over to Gabby Perry, who will be able to speak a little bit more about volunteer power and the work that we need to do.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm so inspired after hearing Senator Turner speak. Wow, I can't wait to get her elected. So hello everyone, my name is Gabby Perry. I'm a volunteer coordinator at Justice Democrats. I also previously worked with the Alex Morse campaign in my home district last cycle. I'm so excited to be on this call with all of you and to kick off our volunteer power for 2022. And now, this year, 21. So as we know, Senator Turner's election is less than 4 weeks away. It is so soon. In order to make sure we reach all the voters we need to, in Ohio 11, we're hosting regular phone banks 3 days a week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, or 6 to 8 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 4 to 6 on Saturdays. And we need your help to make them a huge success. And this race is going to come down to us mobilizing on a large scale and taking on the Democratic establishment, the corporate elites, and we need to start now. We have to get up to 50 shifts a week going in to get out the vote, ramping up to 200 a week through July. And I know we can do it. And I believe we can even exceed our goals. So please join me. We're going to be dropping the link to sign up again. It's jdems.us/phone bank. And I'm asking you all to commit 5 shifts between now and the August 3rd election. So we can do this and fight for the future we believe in, for Medicare for all, economic justice, racial justice, a Green New Deal, so we can get Senator Turner into office. So please head to that link now, check your calendars, sign up, help make sure that we are unstoppable. And we'll be following up with you after this call too. So even if it's your first time phone banking, you don't need to worry. We'll have everything you need. So hit that link. We're going to drop it one more time. And I'm so excited to see you all on the phones and to elect Senator Turner. Let's do this.
Yes. All right. I'm going to, before closing out, I think it looks like we have a little bit more time than I expected. So I will pop in a question that came through the chat for Senator Turner from Jason. He asked, besides just donations, how can we get more involved with Senator Nina Turner's campaign?
Well, thank you, Jason, for that question, but doing what you're doing right now, signing up with that link that Justice Democrats have in the chat. That is really important. Those 5 shifts that Gabby talked about, we need to have volunteers to be able to work those shifts, to be able to touch the voters of the 11th congressional district. Your touch just enhances everything that we're doing on the campaign, from paid media to earned media to literature that we drop. Having a call from you or a text from you just enhances all of the great work that the campaign is already doing. That is the best way to help. So it's time, talent, and treasure. Your time, you volunteer with the Justice Democrats. Click that link and bring a friend or two along with you. Don't keep all this goodness to yourself. Don't keep all this to yourself. Go on and phone a friend or a friend of me and tell them to get on board and help Sister Turner win in the great state of Ohio. But your time, your talent is you being on the phones, text banking, or calling, talking about why you support Justice Democrats and why you support Democrats like me, why this is important, how it connects to you wherever you are. Mira, I saw somebody say, we're in Virginia. I think they said something like in the chat, we're in Virginia, we got problems of our own, or West Virginia, I forget. But you know what? I get that. Every state has challenges. And that is why it is important to elect people like me and others. As you saw in my remarks, I said we have to elect people from every state, every corner of this nation, including the District of Columbia, who have a conscious mind, so that way we can continue to push a progressive agenda on all levels of government. I want you to know that wherever you are, you're not going this alone. Why do you think I went to Bessemer, Alabama? I could have just said, that's in Alabama. That's not in Ohio. You know what? I went there because what happens over there happens over here. So I am hoping to inspire people to know that, yes, you may have your challenges in Virginia. God knows you got your challenges in West Virginia. Hello, somebody. We're going to team up with West Virginians and do something about Senator Joe Manchin. Lord Jesus. Anyway, I'm getting off track here to talk about that. But Lord, have mercy on my soul. We get it. But the best way for us to have transformation in this country is to help each other. So we do a little work in Ohio. West Virginia, you need us, we come to West Virginia. We go to Virginia, we go to California, Illinois. That's how this thing works. So I want you to be encouraged. And even if you're mad as hell, that's okay too. But sign up for a shift. Gabby said we need 5 shifts. The link is in the chat. Time, talent, and then the treasure part. Donate any amount. We are so proud on this campaign that our average donation is $27. We have had people donate $1, $2, $3, $27, and we have had people of great wealth who are progressive just like us, who believe in justice just like we do, and who understand that the system as it exists is untenable. That is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. So time, talent, treasure. That's how you can help this campaign.
I love that so much. Yes. And, I see one more question in the chat. I think this one's more specific to Justice Dems, so I'll take it. Christopher, how do we get more traction of the Justice Democrats in North Carolina? I see no candidates endorsed for the state. As Senator Turner said, while we are a national group and we come in when the community nominates somebody. So we need y'all to nominate people. Build up your bench. Who are the people you think are extraordinary, ordinary humans? Please let us know. This starts from the community. This starts with the people in the community saying, here's a person, here's what we are doing. This is how can we help? We don't come in and tell y'all what to do. Y'all tell us. So if you want to see a Justice Democrat in North Carolina, nominate somebody, please. This is always an ongoing process. It might not be in 2022, but this is a long-term project. It might be in 2024, 2026, right? So just so you know, it's always driven by your community, not the other way around. We're just here to connect the dots, as Senator Turner said, as she just laid out the stakes of voting rights, right there as well, but that's a different story. So I will, this entire thing, just to close us out, we want to thank you for your time. We know we are asking for more of your time. We're asking, despite the fact that brunch is calling, that the outside is calling, the summer is calling. I understand. Do all of that and commit to 5 phone banks. You can do it all. I believe in you.
Justice
and I
is
will.
calling too. Ring, ring, ring.
Justice is
Justice
calling.
is calling. Hello? Who is this? Justice, baby. Yeah, Justice is calling. Mara's right. Brunch is calling.
That's right.
Outside is calling, but Justice is calling too. Answer the phone. Answer the
Answer the
phone.
phone.
Justice is
That's right.
calling.
And I know it can be a little scary if you have never done a phone bank session. We have a whole training. I have done a lot of customer service jobs in my life. I've had to pick up the call. You never know what you will get, but that's okay. We will teach you how to do this. Get out of your comfort zone. I promise you, you're going to feel so much better after you do 5 phone calls, and it's going to get easier after every call. And you'll meet incredible people. Honestly, you never know who's on the other end, and it is a pleasure to speak to people. I promise it's not all just horror stories. So please sign up for those five phone banks. We'll drop the chat one more time just in case. I love this. Justice is calling is I'm gonna start saying that all the time. You heard it here first. Senator Turner just coined another phrase. Hello, somebody. We're in it. So unless we get one more question, I think, I might yield back those 4 minutes to folks. Unless, Senator Turner, do you want to close us out?
Thanks, Amara. I think Derek in the chat said, you got me. Come on, y'all, go ahead and join Derek. Derek said, you got me. Yes, Justice is calling. Justice Democrats use that. Ring, ring, ring. Justice is calling. Hello, somebody. I just want to encourage you all. I know we all are going through different things in our lives, ups, downs, turnarounds. Hopefully some great things are happening too. We absolutely need each other. This thing called life only works when we are together, that we find some cohesion, that we find some love, that we find some hopes, that we dream big dreams. But in order to create the world that we want, we got to put some sweat equity on this thing. We got to put some sweat equity on this thing. I'm a Christian. I was just in church today. My mama was a preacher, so I subscribe to the Christian tradition. But I want to tell you something. Faith without works is dead. We can have all the faith in the world, but we got to put some sweat equity behind it. I want you to know that this thing is worth fighting for. Life is worth fighting for. Even with all of its ups and downs and turnarounds, we can do a new thing in this nation, one community at a time. So I do thank the Justice Democrats for their leadership. I thank all of you for spending a portion of your Sunday with us. You could have been any other place doing any other thing, but you heard Justice calling. Justice is texting. Justice is Instagramming. Justice on Twitter, twerking. Justice is everywhere, baby. Oh my God. I'm telling you, Amara, baby, Gabby, Chris, George, I'm just so excited about the great things that we are going to be able to do together all over this country. And Virginia, I saw that inbox. Virginia, you need our help. We coming to help you out too, baby. This ain't just Ohio. We're going to do this all over the country. So keep the faith and keep the fight. I want to close with a quote from one of the greatest civil rights activists of the 20th century, Ella Baker, and there were many. And she said, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. And that's why Justice is calling you, because we believe in freedom and we cannot rest. All right, JDs, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday. Justice is calling. Sign up. Thank you, thank you, thank you.